So let's go for the moon ball. Hiya! Oh god. Oh god! Hey there, wizards, and welcome back to Ars Magica 2. Today we're going to be taking a little look at some pretty powerful spells as well as some amazingly magical gadgets to go along with them. My name is Twokay, so let's go. Alright then guys, so in our first trip to this magical world, we discovered the basics of it as well as learning how to create our very first spell and just getting a feel of what this has to offer. So if you haven't seen it, make sure you go check out my very first video on this and hopefully you should get a better understanding of what this is, what some of this stuff is, because you might just be thinking, what is this? It looks very pretty, but what is it? So yeah, go have a little look at that and make sure you're familiar with it and then come back here. So we are going to start off with some brand new spells. So if we have a little look in this middle description table, we are going to be making a self speed buff. So basically you're going to give yourself speed, which is going to be amazing. So if I take this out here, it should give me the spell recipe. Basically we're going to be using a self-casting spell and it's going to affect us with haste. Which is speed. I'm not sure why it's called haste, but yeah, it's going to give us speed, not the mining increase thing. So let's take it out here. I've already made the spell, so this is what it's actually going to do. You're just going to cast it on yourself, and you're going to get a nice little rabbit next to your sort of crosshair, and yeah, you're going to run faster, which is pretty darn cool. So yeah, now I have the spell recipe. So if we go ahead and click on our lectern, it's already got the spell recipe in it, so I'll just put that to one side. So let's have a little look at it. It's going to be a touch spell, it's going to be self-haste, yep. And so here we have the materials. In the last episode, we didn't cover the essence, and so we'll be doing that right now. And so yeah, we got all the materials ready. Let's just get these out of the chest, and we will chuck them in when needed. So what's the very first one? It will be a blank rune. Let's go. So blank rune, Vintium dust, feather, fish, clay. Oh, it's a block of clay I've got. No, I was tricked. Let me just get the normal clay. Right, so the normal clay is in there. Let's chuck in the orm flower, another bit of Vintium dust, a lesser focus. And what is this? This is actually the essence. This is what you're going to need to put in, but you don't actually get the essence as an item. You have to store it inside either a mana battery, which you can then channel to get this, but we're not going to use mana battery because we don't actually have a way of crafting this essence. So if we go up here, I don't know, let's take the ladder because we shouldn't actually have that on at the moment. So let's open up this chest. We are going to need an obelisk. So an obelisk is pretty easy. It's just Vintium dust, stone bricks, and chisel stone bricks. I think that, yeah, it actually has a recipe, chisel stone bricks, which is just stone bricks. And so that's quite cool. You actually have a crafting recipe. So let's take the obelisk with us. And we are going to need something to burn. Basically, the obelisk is a magical furnace, really. So you can either use bucket of liquid Ethereum, or we can use Vintium dust. So let's just go up here. I can't wait to show you the slipstream generator, but for now we'll climb the normal stairs. Get rid of that block of clay, the trickster. There we go. If I place down the obelisk, it provides its own light source, which is quite cool. And you just chuck in your bit of Vintium dust, and you should, yeah, you get some nice runes appearing on the obelisk, and it's actually burning away, and it's creating essence. So we leave some of that to smelt. You won't know actually how much essence is inside it. So if we go back down the stairs, okay, they're not stairs, but never mind. You're going to need a Magitech staff, which is just gold nuggets and blue topaz. Blue topaz is a naturally occurring ore, so you should be able to get plenty of that from mining. But the Magitech staff is actually going to allow you to detect how much essence is inside your obelisk. So if we right click it, it says detected neutral Ethereum 4000. So we got plenty of Ethereum inside there. Next, you're going to need a crystal wrench. Crystal wrench is quite easy, just 3 ingots, Ceru Blossom, Desert Nova, and Vintium dust. These are both naturally occurring flowers in the overworld. I think they're biome specific, but they're not going to be too hard to find. So all we have to do is right click the obelisk and travel back down. And then we're going to need to right click our crafting altar. There we are. So now it's completely paired. So the obelisk and the crafting altar are now linked. And hopefully, fingers crossed, with a flick of this lever, it should pop back up and it should skip on to the next bit, I hope. Yeah, okay, excellent. That's good. So now the essence is already in. We didn't get any cool fancy particles, did we? No. Although I do absolutely love these particles that are flying around during spell creation. So let's chuck in the rest. Yellow rune, redstone dust, glowstone dust, and to finish it all off, parchment. There we are. So now we have, well, we should have a duplicate of the speed buff spell. So let's give it a cool icon. That looks pretty cool. Randomize the name. Instant disc. Yeah, why not? Ah, excellent. Okay, so we did create it well. So now we have a duplicate of the spell. We can just get rid of it. I preferred speed buff. And so yeah, that's basically the first bit of the sort of spell creation. And we now know how to create essence dust and link it to our crafting altar. All right then, so for our next spell, we are gonna need a different type of essence. So up there in the obelisk was just normal essence, but instead, next up, we are gonna use light essence. And for this, we're gonna need a celestial prism. But unfortunately, you can't just spawn it in like I have right here. You are gonna need to cleanse or purify that obelisk that's just up there. So let's have a little look at the spell we are going to create. We're going to create a touch projectile that spawns in ignition and slow. I think I'm missing the wall, so let's change that. Let's put it in wall, touch, where's ignition? Ignition and slow as well. Hopefully that'll work fine. Let's make it and give it a quick test. Randomize the name. Lord's Nothing Hand. Yep, that sounds pretty legit. And there we go. Cool. So it actually creates a wall of fire that, if I was in survival, would probably set me on fire and cause me to be quite slow. So let's actually test that on some zombies. Let's get a zombie spawner going, and let's spawn in a couple of these guys. And hey, cool. So yeah, he's being completely ignited. He's not burning too much. It's just normal ignition damage. And he is... Walk into it. Come on. Come on. So yeah, if he was to walk into it, he'd be slow as well, which is pretty darn cool. So if we go up here... Oh, actually, time to show you the slipstream generator. So let's link up the obelisk right here. And let's link it to the slipstream generator. It's already linked to this celestial prism, but it should be fine. No path was found between the selected nodes. What? Okay, so I think we're going to need... Let's fly up these stairs. We are going to need... Where did I put it? We need a conduit. There we go, an Ethereum conduit. So let's just place it there. It doesn't look too pretty. Oh, wow, I actually placed it on the side of the wall. It does look pretty. So let's link up the obelisk. And now let's link up the generator. There we go, pairing successful. The conduit is kind of like a electricity pylon. And so if it can't reach your certain object, by having these pylons or conduits in the way, it should automatically start to link up. But basically the slipstream generator, if I, let me get on it, let me get on you. There we go. So if I'm facing down or just slanted, like normal horizontal, there we go, then I don't move anywhere. Ooh, started gliding a little bit. But as soon as I start to look up, I start to levitate. And it'll just keep going and going until I hit the roof or whatever. And then you can look down to start going up, And yeah, it's just pretty darn awesome. It does cost a little bit of energy, but I mean, it's not going to cost you too much. It's not going to break the bank. Okay, so now it's time to purify this obelisk. You're going to need quite a bit of space. So I'm just going to place it down in the middle. And so yeah, let's get straight to it. We are going to need some chalk, which is down here. The chalk is pretty easy. Paper, vintage dust, bone meal, clay, and flint. And that gives you the wizard's chalk. Do I need anything down here? Nope, don't think so. Let's take the generator back up. Woo! That's awesome. That's just awesome. So we are going to need some warding candles, which is just a witchwood slab, pig fat, and string. Yeah, pig fat. That's not very nice. So let's take all 4 of these candles. Annoyingly, they don't stack, but not to worry. And we are going to need mana focus and moonstone. To make the mana focus, you're going to need the standard focus. And to make a standard focus, you're going to need the lesser focus. And the recipes are just there. But if you do get stuck at any time, by the way, guys, if you open up the Arcane Compendium, there's a config file which you can change. And you can change it so that the Arcane Compendium has absolutely everything unlocked. So if you do get ever stuck, you can always search the Arcane Compendium and look at what some of this stuff does. So it even tells you the basics, really, the burnouts, the mana, magic levels, and all sorts like that. So let's actually have a little look. What I'm looking for. What am I looking for? Structures, go to rituals, and then ritual of purification. So imagine the obelisk is right in the very middle. We're going to need to make a slanted plus sign, an X, an X sign around it, and then we're going to place the warding candles around it. So let's get to that, just like that, and let's get the candles going. We'll place, I think it's 1 there, I think it's 1 in each corner. I'm in creative, so I don't need all 4 of them stacked like that. Right, so I think this is pretty much ready to go now. So we just need the 2 reagents left to finish off the ritual, which are a moonstone and a mana focus. And depending on which ritual you're using, you're going to need a certain spell to sort of kick everything off. So let's chuck in the mana focus and the moonstone. So the reagents are in place, and hopefully I've drawn it correctly. It looks okay. And so I've made a quick light ball spell, which is just a touch projectile and with the light shape onto it. So if I shoot the block, hopefully it works. I said hopefully it works. Right, okay, so we have our light ball 2.0 and we should be good to go. I must have made it wrong. So let's chuck in the moonstone first and then the mana focus. I think order does count. I think it has to go by what's in the actual compendium. So moonstone, then mana focus. And you have to shoot right in the very middle. There we go, celestial prism. Let's destroy that. So we have the celestial prism. Let's quickly get the Magitech staff. And as we right click, you can see that we are detecting light Ethereum, and it's just casually building. And that's because it's daytime. Just because it's daytime, you're going to create almost infinite Ethereum. As long as it's daytime, but when it gets to nighttime, you won't generate any Ethereum at all. So it's pretty good. It's free. You don't have to burn any of your Vintium dust or your water or anything like that. So yeah, pretty good. We get infinite amount of light Ethereum, and then we can go ahead and store that inside a mana battery. And so we don't sort of waste it or anything like that. And we have it ready to create more powerful spells, as the more powerful spells will need more dust. The first one we made was only 500 dust, or 500 essence, sorry. I don't know why I keep saying dust. But this one that I want to create, that's the wall, that's the ignition and slow and everything, I think that's going to be quite hefty. So let's actually take that out of its the table, and let's have a little look. Yeah, it's going to need 2,500 essence, so quite a lot. We're not going to bother creating it, but it's just to show you that we need 2,500 essence, and which is light, neutral, or dark. So you can use any of them. I don't think anything is really light specific or dark specific, but it just gives you an alternative on how to actually create your essence. So if we go back up there already, it's only been, what, 30 seconds maybe? And let's have a little look. And we've got 671. So that is pretty darn cool. It looks amazing. But a word of caution, you can't silk touch this thing. It's going to be where it is. You can destroy it and everything, but yeah, you can't pick it up and place it elsewhere. So you're going to have to do your ritual somewhere else. That's actually giving us mana regen. So yeah, that's pretty good. That's pretty darn good. If you want to farm up your magic levels, then definitely have one of those prisms to hand. So let's go explore what else we can do with this essence, because there's one more thing that I definitely want to show you guys, and it is amazing. So we're gonna have to go outside because, yeah, it's gonna take up quite a bit of space, and it's not really too useful to have indoors. All right then, guys. So we are now outside, and either side of me is exactly what I wanted to show you guys. These structures are called gateways, and basically they're like portals that are sort of linked up to each other and can allow you to teleport one another with just the use of Ethereum. It doesn't have to be light Ethereum, it could be neutral or dark, but I like the light one because you get to generate infinite amount of it, and it just looks so pretty. Look at it, it's so pretty. So yeah, let's go ahead and link these up. So if you right click the prism to the keystone receptacle, if you go inside your arcane compendium and then go down at the bottom to structures, and then it's gateway roughly in the middle, and it'll tell you exactly how to build it and how to make the keystone receptacle and stuff like that. And it gives you a little bit of a backstory and explanation on how to actually make it and what it can actually do. So if we go ahead and right click with the crystal wrench to the keystone receptacle, it should say pairing successful, and it should begin to drain the amount that is needed. So I've already given it some dark Ethereum from before, but so you can see the light Ethereum number is actually going up, and so it's pretty much ready to rumble. So if we go ahead and right click the keystone receptacle, oh, it makes an absolutely amazing sound and gives you a cool little portal effect. So if we jump straight into it, it should link us to that one just over there. It should go to the nearest one, and so let's see if it does. Yeah, I was just thinking, wait, did it? But yeah, it definitely did. And on this other side we have another one. So if we link up, can't link up grass, link up celestial prism with the other keystone receptacle, and we'll just go ahead and teleport back. Oh my god, that is amazing. That is amazing. And it'll only use a tiny bit of Ethereum, depending on how far you traveled. So if you move this portal way into the distance, it should cost you a little bit more Ethereum to teleport back over here. So that is amazing. So you don't need to make a network in the nether, but instead you can just create some of these pretty awesome portals. Oh my god. Right then, guys, so before we end off, we have looked at some of the cool new spells, but I thought to end it all off, we are going to look at some pretty darn awesome ones. So the very first one we're going to look at is a wave spell. It's a projectile, and it's going to create a firestorm, and it's going to make it daytime. Oh yes. The second one is going to be a projectile waveform, and it's actually going to make it nighttime, and it's going to cause a star to sort of strike down and destroy everything. Oh yes. And the final one we're going to look at is a projectile zone, which will freeze and sort of deal frost damage as well. So let's actually make all the spells. Let's make that one, second one, and the third one. So this is the daytime one, Fireball. Yeah, that'll do me. Next one is the moon. Oh wait, I want capitals. Moon ball. Let's call it that one. And then this one is just, what was random it? The trap of blending. Yes, the trap of blending. Perfect. Perfectly apt name for that. So let's go for the moon ball first. Let's actually go down here. Shall we? Should we spawn in some guinea pigs? Guinea pigs. Pig. We'll spawn in some pigs. I feel mean doing it, but you know, they're guinea pigs. So let's go for the moon ball. Hiya! Oh god. Oh god. Oh god. What the heck? Right. I didn't mean to cast that many of those spells. Oh my god, look at all this bacon. Oh my goodness. Right, let's spawn in a few more guinea pigs. And we'll only cast it once. Go. Ah! FPS drops. Whoa. Wow, that is amazing. Maybe you should use the wave. Maybe you should just do single projectile and it won't freeze you up. So yeah, let's spawn in some more biggies. And the next one will be the fireball. So it should actually make it daytime, I believe. So it's stuck in nighttime. So let's cast it. Oh, awesome. That's called Firestorm. So it's basically raining down fire. It didn't actually catch all of these piggies, so we're going to need a few more hits. Oh, not too bad. It's quite hard to aim, though. Maybe I shouldn't use the wave. I don't know why, but I love the wave. Is it creating cooked pork? No, it's pig fat. Oh, okay. I was really hoping it would actually create cooked pork. But never mind. I think we need the ignite thing on that as well. So this one is just called the Trap of Blending. So if we give that a nice cast. Whoa, that did 5 hearts of damage in one go. Oh my god. So let's spawn in a few zombies. Just so it's so they have a bit more HP. Oh no, witches have a lot of HP, don't they? Spawn in some witches. See what these guys can do. Let's use the Trap of Blending, the freeze thing. Oh my god, that is so much damage. What? I'm afraid to go in there. Can I go to game mode S? Oh, game mode S. And then let's try that out. Let's spawn in. Oh, I didn't mean to do that. Ow. Oh my god, they killed me in one go. What was that? Oh my goodness. Alright then guys, so there you have it. I've shown you guys some of the pretty advanced spells and some amazing gadgets as well. So guys, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you want to learn more about Ars Magica 2, then make sure you leave a big fat thumbs up as well as a comment telling me what you want to learn. And so guys, I really hope you enjoyed it, and if you did, then do leave another big fat thumbs up, and I will see you all next time. Take care guys.